Hello. So today is Thursday, and I found a letter. A letter that's for my son's dad, my ex. Um, of course, on the weekend, this past weekend was Father's Day, so he wasn't here, and that was the day that to he introduced his girlfriend to our son. Um, According to my son, they went to Zero. They did like so many fun things. But yeah, it was this past Sunday, Father's Day, that they met, my son and his girlfriend. So I guess um, she wrote a letter for him and then a Hallmark card that's blank. And I don't know if he honestly forgot that he left the letter near the TV in the living room, or he did it, on purpose or what. But he did leave it out in the open. Of course, the letter comes comes with the envelope, and the envelope cover. It says in Spanish, don't think, which is dummy in English, and I did read it, and I even thought about it for like 5 seconds, like should I read it or not? And not so much because I was invading his privacy, but of my own feelings. I didn't know how I was going to react because I knew that my son came outside. Anyways, but yeah, the cover is a dummy of the envelope. It's a dummy, and I decided to read it. And as soon as I got the letter, it's funny though. As soon as I got the card out from the envelope, the cover of the letter, not the envelope, but the cover of the letter, it says, I love you. And I opened it, and there's nothing that's already printed text. It was just an empty card, but she had wrote in it, and it states, um, let me read it. It states, first on the left hand side, it says, I love you so, so, so much. And then on the right hand side, that's where all the text is that, or her writing. And it reads, Happy Father's Day, baby. I know I have not yet met Nico, but I cannot wait to see you as your full self. It feels a little odd saying this, but you deserve to be celebrated. Your devotion to Nico is one that I have never witnessed before, and I am honored that you have chosen me to let into it in your world. The way you speak of him is admirable. The way your eyes light up at the mention of his name is the absolute best. I cannot wait to meet your son and every side of you. I know and I see all of your efforts in doing right by him and ensuring he is on the best path in life. I love you, baby. I truly cannot wait for the day I get to meet you. I get to make you a father to our little ones. Happy Father's Day. And in the back, there's a sticky note that says, You are my happy place, baby. I had to move place because my phone is about to die. But anyways, um, right after I read that letter, honestly, I expected myself to react differently. I expected that I was gonna cry. I expected that I was gonna get sad and I was gonna get depressed and just all these negative feelings. But honestly and happily, I just laughed to myself. I just literally laughed. And even now, thinking back of how I reacted, I still think it's funny once I read that letter. And I don't know why I think it's funny. It's not like I'm making fun of her or her feelings. I genuinely laughed. And like I said, nothing against her, nothing what she wrote was funny, but the whole situation, the whole way I found out, as soon as I read that letter, the first person thing that came to mind was my ex. As soon as I pictured him and him reading that letter, I just laughed to myself. That's so pretty much I was taking it to the point of view of my ex instead of the point of view of his girlfriend. Um, I didn't cry. I didn't get sad. Nothing. I just laughed and I continued on with the night. And I honestly did not think about it. After I read that, 5 minutes later, that letter did not pop in my head again all night. Um, and like I said, I don't know if he just genuinely forgot it. He was gonna put it away, and he genuinely forgot it, that he left it out in the open. Right when you open the door, it's literally on this side. That's where it was. I have no idea. Or he did it, for me to read it and for him to cause hurt to me. But honestly, I think that the reason it did not get to me is because he has hurted me so much. I've been through a lot of pain because of him, that honestly right now, anything that happens since, I don't know, since a month and a half, and now moving forward, whatever he does now, whatever he says, I don't get sad, I don't cry, it doesn't hurt me anymore. Like, he no longer causes me pain anymore. Yeah, that I do miss him at times, so yeah, I do. That I feel lonely at times, so yeah. Actually, it's not that I miss him, it's that I feel lonely at times, and that at times I question myself, like, dang, he's doing all this with her, but yet he couldn't do that to me, and yet he was the one who would come up to me and tell me, like, oh, we don't go out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you never asked me to go out with you. You never did anything. And I know I could have done it too. But then again, I'm a full-time student. I work part-time, and that's been like that for the past year, 2 years. I've been a full-time student. For the past 3 years, I've been a part-time student, and I have worked full-time. So for those who are going to school, have a kid, and have other obligations to do, you know how it's like. You barely have time for yourself, and it's not like I'm making excuses for myself. It's just a reality of it. And him, he does work. At times, he will work 12 hours, and he will come home. However, just 2 weeks ago, he messaged me saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go work 8 to 8 at La Jolla, blah blah blah." And I'm like, in my mind, why are you telling me? I can care less. According to him, he tells me because it affects my son. I get that, but you don't have to tell me where you're working, what time you're working. You can just leave that out of the equation and tell me, I'm working 12 hours. What's gonna happen with Nico? But yeah, that day, he told me, did he come back home? No. He came back home, I don't even know. I went to sleep like around 11:30, and he still wasn't here. Where was he? Obviously with his girlfriend. So he wouldn't put the effort. When he work 12 hours, he will come home, he will be tired. And I wouldn't put the effort either. It's not like I would. I wouldn't put the effort either. But the thing is that he's putting the effort with her. When it came to going out, something he used to complain about with me, but yet he's doing all the effort for her, which is whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. Like, he didn't want that with me. He wants that with her. And when you want to be with the person, or when you want to do things with the person, you'll do it regardless of how many hours you worked. Me, what probably could have got it. I could have found some time. But even now, though, even now that I'm single, it's rare when I go out. Like, last time I went out was Father's Day. So last time before that, um, it's just been work. Work. We talked during our break with my coworkers. Other than that, it was before that. It was all the way, I don't know, like a month when this recently happened. Probably less than a month in. That's when I went out. Even now, so it's not like I have time now. No, I still don't go out. Yeah, I go out with my son. That I've been doing. I've been finding like free events to go out with my son, and that I've been doing. Last week we went to the movies in the park. The last weekend before that, we went to the pool. The last weekend before that, we went to the actual theaters. So me and my son, we've been going out. Um, but then again, I'm not in school right now. I do have to study because I do have to take. So it's not that I'm looking for excuses. It's just it's hard to find time when you're a student, especially now that I'm a full-time student. Him, I don't know. I cannot speak. I'm speaking not on behalf of him, but I'm just speaking about the possibilities when it comes to him as to why it didn't happen, and then mine as to why it didn't happen. Again, it's both our faults. I'm not saying it's him. I'm not saying it's me. It's both of us at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, like I said, I'm not missing him or anything. And yeah, I just wanted to just show that what I found, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally on his end. But I found it and I read it, and I am okay. So until next time.